Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden. Well, this is the month of May. We're right at the very beginning, the first, second, and third. You're going to see some really beautiful tulips and blooms. It is now the first couple of days in May. I believe this was May 1st. It had just rained the night before, and so the ground was wet and the dirt was just jet black. It's actually fresh compost that we had ordered, and we layered the garden with the compost. And so now the tulips are just popping with life. You can see the different colors, the yellow, beautiful, beautiful. And also the perennials that are coming up. The alliums and the perennial bachelor buttons. Also behind that is a bee balm, just monarda. Beautiful, beautiful when it comes up nice and tall. It's going to fill out that area, as well as daylilies. And then behind there you can also see some of my other perennials. But the tulips in the front here, they're taking the stage. And they look like Easter eggs to me. Now, I thought there would have been more tulips here in the front, but a lot of the tulips that I planted last year did not return. I really love the shrub border here, and we could really see the different shades of green and purple and pinks. It's just really beautiful. Good morning, good morning. It is a beautiful May morning, and the birds are out and they're just singing, and the deck is looking pretty fresh. I have decided to come on out and just enjoy this fresh, quiet moment. I've been able to do some work and to get some seedlings together to get the garden moving, and it's a wonderful thing. For this is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. It's great to have an attitude of gratitude. Morning blessings. The garden is truly awakening, and I really love the green of the grass, the colors of the hosta. The hosta leaves seem to be glowing, especially against the dark soil. It seems to pop, and it just makes everything look so alive. One thing about spring is that you see the variations of the color green, the different shades, from the deepest green color to the light shades, almost what is that color for green? The light shade of green. I don't remember what it is, but it's beautiful. Yes. And then I love the variegations within the shades and in the leaves. Now, I planted these daffodils back here, and it was such a pleasure because I had imagined them and they actually came through. So I'm so glad that I put forth the effort to plant the bulbs in the fall, and now I'm being rewarded by their beauty. And these trumpet daffodils have really lasted a long time, and they are the highlight of the garden. My intentions are in the fall to complete the border, the back border with daffodils, so that I can enjoy it from end to end, the wonderful color. I love the center place, a spot where the bird bath is. I had planted a lot of tulips there, but only one showed up, and it's yellow. So it blends in well with everything else, along with the pansies that I put in that spot. Now, that mound there, that center mound, there are going to be a lot of beautiful purple sensation alliums up there. And so I got these purple pansies and I put them in the pot there. Overall, the garden is looking really nice. It's very peaceful. The tulips are popping up all over the garden. They're not as prolific and full as I thought they should be. However, they're still very beautiful. I know that I got these tulips from Costco, and they're doing their thing. As I look back on May 1st, when they just seem to begin to open up, and I can see the cream colored tulips, the variation now with the more reddish colored tulips just makes my heart sing. And so let's look at what it was like May 1st. The tulips have opened for May 1st. I love this bed. Absolutely pretty. They look great with the pansies. In this bed, you can see the tulips in amongst the rhododendron. Then I have the purple sensation alliums. And here are the Dulce Spearmint Heucharis. I got them from Proven Winners last year. And then here are these tulips. Absolutely beautiful. My son had given me some of this lanium. I think it's lanium. I love the little pink flowers. And it's spread. It looks so pretty with these pansies. Now these red tulips, these were from long ago. I planted these a number of years back. And I think they've perennialized in the bed. I also have here the strawberry patch and mint coming up. And there is the perennial geranium and a hosta, plantanea. These two shrubs, they're hydrangeas, leaf cap, a lace cap hydrangeas. I'm hoping that they will flower this year because we can see some growth here. Each day, as the temperatures become more warmer, there are different tulips that are opening up, and I'm seeing a variety of color in this bed. It's very beautiful. And I remember buying tulips that had two different types, and so now to actually see the other blooms opening up, it's just very, very pretty, and it gives me something to look forward to as I see the garden unfold, especially in that bed. Now here, my husband built this structure and he put it in the middle of the bed. I'm thinking of getting something to put on top of it, but we'll see. The garden as a whole, from end to end, is just really beautiful. And I love my pear tree, my bottle pear tree that I planted here, that it's bloomed. Yes, you can see all of the different blossoms. And what's going to happen is that I'm going to have pears for the first year. And now this is the Asian pear tree. For some reason, some of the other branches don't have any blooms on it, but at least it looks like I will get a few. I will get a few Asian pears from this tree. This is my food forest area with the bottle pear and the Asian pear blossoms. Aren't they beautiful? So dainty, delicate, and wonderful. And I love the leaf color as well. The leaf color just it stands out real well with the blossom. And then here is the bottle pear, which is a little different, similar but yet different in flower. The plants in this area always develop quicker than the plants around the garden, and I believe because it has its own like ecosystem here, and because it's against the house, it just tends to be much more warmer. And this side of the garden is beautiful as well. In those pots, I have my herbs from last year, and they came back. My thyme and also oregano, and it's just a beautiful corner of the yard right under the deck. Yeah, so right there against the house, that's a lamiastris, I believe, with the yellow flower. Very pretty, and I like it with the shrub that is like a ground cover for me, and euonymus, yellow euonymus. And I put in some new stepping stones there, so that makes it very attractive. It makes you want to walk into the bed. In that corner, I also have a fig tree and some other things. My roses are there too. There were a number of tulips planted in this area, but for some reason only this little yellow tulip showed up this year. It's so pretty. Yes, with the euonymus and the daylilies, the leaves of the daylily. It's holding its own. And then there's a red tulip over there. Some people don't like red tulips in their garden, but I love red in the garden. And I think that my garden is so much full of green and other shades that the yellow just adds interest. I love color anyway. So these few pops of red just help this corner out. Yes, it does. Soon this bed will be filled with hostas. I have Sir Francis William hostas growing in this corner here, and it's going to just fill up the whole bed. Now that is the mustard greens, wild mustard greens. And I love the flower, it's so dainty, but later on I'll pull them out. But I just love this corner. Very pretty. I like this view also. When I come down from the side of the house and I look over here, it just looks so beautiful and expansive. It's like looking from one end of the garden all the way across to the other side. The garden is so peaceful and beautiful in the morning when the sun is coming in and just shining. I love the shadows of the trees on the grass and the light shining on the grass. It just makes the place look very magical, and it's very relaxing. I am thankful, so thankful to be able to have this piece of land in which I can garden and be full of joy. I love sharing my garden with you too, as well. During this time of uncertainty, it is good to come out in your garden, sit down with your cup of tea or coffee and a good book and relax. That is something that we have to do. And I think that the times have caused us to have to relax in our homes. So make your area beautiful. Add some flowers, get some color, and just relax with a good book and meditate and be grateful, because an attitude of gratitude is going to help you to get by. So when the world around you is in chaos, you can create your own little oasis of peace and relaxation as you sit back and enjoy the morning sunrise. Well, here's some tulips in my garden. If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below, how is your garden growing? Did you grow tulips this spring and have they come up? Are you satisfied with how they look? And what will you do differently next year? Well, if you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. And come on back to Catherine's Garden. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time in Catherine's Garden. Bye!